Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a good one in store between the Portland River Hogs and the Tennessee Titans. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half. But it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Portland River Hogs and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for this visiting Portland club, they can't be any better as we hit the halfway mark. A perfect 7-0 on the year.
And when we looked at this team in August and we looked at the schedule, we thought they had the potential to get off to a hot start, but I don't think either of us expected 7-0.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time as we take a peek at their versatile quarterback, the Hawaii native and former Oregon Duck, Marcus Mariota.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. But I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another second down. It'll be third.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their third down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's their sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on third down.
On third down, Mariota. And finding the tight end, Hooper. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted number 1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at the 45. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he works free. The 30, 10, and touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Mariota. He's got Smith here. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. A look there at the starters on the defensive side of the ball. They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Under 10.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. And it's complete. Hooper. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Running jet sweep here, Humphreys. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Mariota from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And oh my, mistake there. Backs up, takes a fair catch at the 3-yard line.
So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for them really well. That one's down inside the 5-yard line.
And it's risky because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it, but there, I think worth it. Murray now on first down. And he finds Howard complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that
one. And all the way down to the 40-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Tony Pollard. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 6 yards in the first down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
Number 53, Mike 53. We got 53.
On second down now, it's Coleman, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
From the gun, Mariota. That's caught. It's Coleman. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the second level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. So here are our visitors to take over on offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Murray from midfield. And he rifles one incomplete. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Got a man open, it's Ross. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To throw is Murray. That's caught by Howard. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues down.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense has done a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Coleman. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, it's Coleman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. He gets it to Humphreys. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Coleman now. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So this drive spans 7 plays, and the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Murray now on first down. Open man is Ross, complete. 25 yards that time.
Come on, fellas.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target. That'll bring up second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10. Back to the air on second down, it's Murray. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 20-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now Murray. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 4 yards out. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now Corey Davis and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On second down, it's Coleman. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Mariota's throw on the money to Davis. A gain of 6 there on first.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. On first and 10, here's Mariota. It's caught by Davis. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Mariota going to bring him up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra.
I think the best offenses love to give the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. To throw again on second down. Mariota. This will be caught by Brown. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Mariota now just one misfire so far after that last completion, 15 of 16. It's first down. Mariota to throw it. Got a man. It's Brown. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
A 29-yard attempt.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly... And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. This is Coleman. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Nearly a huge return as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Out of the gun, here's Murray. This one caught by Isabella. It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there. And
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jayon Brown coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Murray with a 3rd and long. That ball complete to Isabella. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Murray now. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. They will run again with Coleman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Here's another failure right there on 3rd down.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. You know that they were thinking second-half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. 20! And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out come the Titans now. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it's a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Mariota, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. From the gun, Mariota. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Chandler Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They'll go with Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run it with Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back now in Nashville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Come on.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Jeffrey Simmons showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And the agility got him a few extra before he's taken down right at the 10. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On 3rd down, Murray flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a
blitz coming, and down he goes.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
After the sack on 1st down, Mariota. This one caught by Davis. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Mariota. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Mariota, rolling to his left. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not slowing. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The linebacker, Jordan Hicks, flying in there for the sack. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. To throw Mariota. He rifles one that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And this will be a touchdown. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Third and short yardage. Mariota looking for his running back, and he's got him. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be fourth down.
They dialed up the blitz on third down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
This is taken at the 18. 51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are visitors to take over on offense. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Here's Murray. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That's good for 28 yards.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Murray's pass complete to Butler. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. The 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. They'll run on first down. Benjamin. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Murray going to throw, escaping the pressure right. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Rush in. Rush in.
Throwing now is Murray. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for our visitors, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.